Okay, but good manners outside of Dargah. I'm talking about manners outside of Dargah. People, sometimes they understand this wrong. They understand either this person doesn't know what's going on, or he's too polite, or he's not too strong to act like this.
I'm glad someone is asking that, because the topic of manners is endless. People thinking manners is saying please and thank you. And what we said before, manners thinking that you are just smiling, bowing your head, putting your hand over your heart, and walking backwards. Any hypocrite can do that. That's not manners. Any hypocrite can say please and thank you. Manners, the subject is endless because it's coming to the center point. What kind of manners should we have? What kind of manners should we have? First, to who? To who? Huh? This is general public, so we have to say. First to who? To Allah. Manners to our Lord. What is a manner to our Lord? What is that? Praying 5 times a day? That's manners. Fasting, believing in this and that, that's manners. What is the manners that we must have towards our Lord? This is very key. A hypocrite can pray 5 times a day too. Iman and Islam, it can be done by wrong people too. So what is the manners that we should have towards our Lord?
Conscious?
No. You don't have to even believe in religion or spirituality to have a conscience, to believe in what's good or bad. So many people say we don't need religion to know what is conscience. So what kind of manners should we have? Anyone? Yes? No. No, you're jumping the gun. Yes?
Worship as it deserves to be worshipped.
No, we can never do that. You don't know? Yes? No. Yes? No. Yes? No.
Sincere intention.
No. To Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is much simpler than everything that you've talked about. The manners of a servant. We have been created as what? Servants. What kind of manners should we have? The manners of a servant. We have been created as servants, but many, they don't have manners. Many have manners of a lord, manners of a pasha, manners of a king, manners of someone who's arrogant, but the manners of a servant now. Now there's a whole ocean that opens up. How do you learn to have the manners of a servant? You understand? A servant, let's say a servant in a house, servant in a palace. Is it simple? Your manners to the king is different. Your manners to the princess are different. Your manners to the pashas, to the Sadr Azam, to the ministers, they're different. Yes or no? Or it's one way? Your manners now to people who live outside, when you go to the town, to the city, and they know that you're a servant in the palace, your manners should be different to them. Their manners are different to you. So it's a lot, isn't it? That's why I'm saying it's endless. Now we are training to become, we want to become servants. Because now servants and believers, it is tied. And in Islam, everyone is a servant. The Ottomans put that very clearly. The Sultan is a servant to the Prophet. They have manners. They don't say servant to Allah just like that, because they know you cannot learn how to be a servant to Allah if you are not first servant to the Prophet. So they say servant to the Prophet. The first Khalifa, Sultan Selim, he pierced his ear that only slaves at that time they do. Slaves, they pierce their ears. Piercings and everything is slavery. Tattoos and everything is slavery. That's why you see today's pharaonic Akhir Zaman people, they're filled with signs of slavery, but not to Allah, to the dunya. He put that symbolically to say, now I am a slave to the Prophet. But in Islam, especially the Ottomans were doing it properly, everyone and everything is a servant to the Sultan. Yes? And the Sultan is a servant to Allah, to the Prophet. This, now it is the protocol. The Sultan is a servant. The road sweeper is a servant. The butcher is a servant. The engineer is a servant. Do they all have the same function? No. Will they all have the same, let's say, protocol? Ways of dealing with people inside and outside? Obviously not. This is common sense. In fact, if you are a general who is a servant, serving the Sultan, serving Allah, but you decide it's better for me to be a humble dervish because I want to be a servant, but that is not, no permission for you to do that. There will be no barakat in that. In fact, Shaykh Effendi told us a real occurrence, a real story, yes, of a general who wanted to resign from who? From the Sultan, from the Khalifa. So when everyone knows what is their function, this world, which is meant to serve who? Allah? No, this world is created to serve mankind. Everything is created to serve mankind. When you become servant to Allah, you see everything now serving you. But you are not going to now be a master over them. You'll be the one who is going to be entrusted to take care of them. This is the difference. And that general who said he wants to retire, oof, what a punishment he got. The Padishah, the Khalifa says, go ahead. But the Prophet ﷺ is not happy. He says, those who retire, we also retire them. And it changes. If you are, let's say, a servant serving in medicine, for example, you're a servant, you serve the industry, you serve the knowledge. When you are a child, it's different. When you become a doctor, it's different. When you become a doctor after 10 years, it's different. Yes? When you become a specialist, it's different. You cannot say now the knowledge of medicine or the knowledge of engineering, it is limited. It is endless too, no? It's endless. Everything must show the endlessness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and everything must point back to Him. No, servanthood is endless. Because now, serving Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala first, you must know how to serve Him. You cannot serve Him with your ego. It's not accepted. Allah is saying, I want you to serve me the way that my Prophet who has been assigned is going to show you, not your own way. But I love you. No, you don't love me. You love me with your ego. There are many, especially now, smart people, smart Ahir Zaman Muslims. So many, either they are born Muslims or they come into Islam, to just easily say, I'm not going to follow anything. I'm going to follow my own heart. I'm going to read, I'm going to decide for myself. Why I have to go through 1400 years of scholarship just to find out? I just follow. I follow my heart. My heart. How you know your heart is not sick? I tell you how you know your heart is not sick. If you have no shaykh, your shaykh is shaitan. Finished. You have a shaykh. If you have a shaykh, then you're going to concentrate on what? The diseases of your heart. The shaykh must concentrate on that to remove it. You're not going to be busy with, I know this, and I know that, and I know this. Didn't we hear what Hazrat Isa alayhi salam is saying? Too much knowledge, what? It only increases your arrogance. But this is what we have to understand with the education here in this dargah. You understand? Sometimes you think, oh, more you give them, they become very arrogant. Your kids, yourselves. What is the best kind of knowledge? The knowledge that you experience. They're not too young to experience knowledge. Then you'll see, then they must experience this knowledge and experience that. Because once you start experiencing the knowledge, and what is concerned here, that we say it's summer camp, but it's not. This is part of being a servant here. To be a shepherd, to cook, to serve, to clean, to take care of each other, to know how to talk. These are all signs of servanthood of a murid. This you should be concentrating on, not a couple of weekends here and there, and then concentrate on the knowledge of this dunya, feeding them, and they become arrogant, and later their knowledge will not be able to help them on Judgment Day. They will start cursing at you. This is Hadith Sharif. The child will curse at the father will curse. Why you didn't teach him? Why you didn't do this? I'm saying over and over again. That's why the Ottomans, they are smart, and they say, this one, smart, intelligent kid, but very bad manners. Don't give him too much access to become powerful, that he's going to use his bad manners to turn it to evil. This one is a good kid, not too smart. Train him for something. This is the meaning. We are not going to teach every bird. No bird will be taught how to swim, and no fish is going to be taught how to fly. Not just with secular knowledge. This parents must know, and this is part of being manners of a parent in a jamaat. It's endless. Where are you going to learn it from? Your shaykh. And that time, after some experience, then you know this situation is different. This situation is different. This person is different. This kid is different. This, you will adjust. People are lazy, especially people here. They're lazy. You just want to, one size fits all. That's it. Use it. You can't use it. Throw it out. Take another one. Are you understanding now? When the khutbah is saying, you are going to be judged for your words, for your actions. If you are really unsure, if you really believe that and you trust it and you're scared, that time you're not going to ask for one sohbat a week. You're going to ask for 5 sohbats a day. What about this? Then what about this? Then what about this? I'm having difficulty in this. What about this? But you guys want to figure things out. It's okay. I'm not asking you to ask me for more sohbats. I have enough things to do. But I'm watching sometimes simple things you're still not able to get it. Why? Because the lessons that are going to be learned in tasawwuf, in tariqat, manners, is not something you can read, that they are brainwash all of you to say you spend 10, 20 years reading in colleges, you think that is the only way to knowledge. I read something, I remember, I memorize, I have it. It is not. Especially about manners now. Manners how to be a woman, how to be a wife, how to be a husband, how to be a father, how to be brothers to each other. You're asking? No. So, we touch a very important point. Once you get some experience with that, then you'll learn how to adjust it. You're not going to be lazy. You're not going to be stubborn. You're not going to say, oh, I'm just frustrated. I can't get rid of it. What do? Smack yourself. I'm just angry. I can't change it. Smack yourself. Don't smack yourself. Wait till Allah smacks you then. Do you want me to say it? Because this is what's going to happen. As Shaykh Effendi says, either you learn the easy way, you learn the hard way. What is the easy way? Easy way is forcing your ego. That is the easy way. You think it's hard. Try Allah forcing you. You understand? So manners of a servant to Allah, manners of a servant to the Prophet, manners of a servant to your Shaykh. Not too many, I can see. They're not. So we should think about this a little bit more. What did I do for the sake of Allah today? What did I do for the sake of the Prophet? What did I do for the sake of my Shaykh today? If you can answer that properly, it's okay. Don't think you can answer that properly and that's it. Because like I said, it's endless. You must refine it, refine it, refine it, refine it. It's not just refining, because there are always new challenges every day. Yes? But this is what I see, simple things you can't get, because it's not just knowing through books. It's not just a Shaykh saying you're not consistent. You're not consistently listening, you're not consistently putting. Like donkey, we yell, we take stick, we smack, and then they move. We don't do that, then they sit. So many are like that. Why? Not necessary. And again, I'm looking at the younger generation as I am on it. You see? What are we teaching them? Are we understanding that they have bad manners? Not to say, oh, my son is the best, my daughter is the best. Because so many parents, like kafirs. This is a hospital. If you go to a hospital, you're going to say, I have this sick, I'm this, or at least how to prevent the sickness, yes? If we have that attitude here, you're going to say, okay, I know this is like this. I know this is like this. I know this is like that. What do I need to do? What does the mother need to do? What does the father need to do? What is it? Can we ask the uncles to help, the aunts to help, like everything? Yes. Fathers here offering an opportunity, Shaykh Effendi giving, to become better than our fathers. We become them. Sit down, come back. Sit down and just watch TV. Eating. The only time they engage, watching, and then, I don't know how to act. You don't know how to act? You just lazy. You know. You know. Because our sohbats are not so complex. You know you're supposed to do this, and this. You can put a checklist. You know, but you're so used to complaining and being lazy. I don't know, I wasn't raised like that. Bruh, we've been raised by the friends of Allah too. That doesn't count for anything. That doesn't count for anything. Then we're looking at not whether you have enough knowledge or experience or not. We're looking at your willingness. Are you willing to change? For that, are you willing now to submit to your Shaykh to say, I have to do this? All of us are responsible. Now, you living here is a little bit different. You're living outside, it's a little bit different. Especially when I give now certain directives to people, you are different, he is different. That is also manners. It's not one size fits all. Why is it different? Because you're different. Situation is different. The circumstances are different. The past, the present, the future are going to be different. You think it's so easy for us to make decisions like that? So we say, for this one, we say, you have to. For this one, we say, don't worry about it. This one, we say, you have to be strict. Watch every time. This one, you say, for this kid, don't worry. It's okay. They will come to their own later. This one, you say, if you don't nip this in the bud, it's going to grow tall. It's going to be strong. You cannot take it out that time. You will cry. They will cry. For this one, we say, don't worry. Persuade. It's the manners. The more that you observe, then, the more that you observe, that you're not busy with your dunya, busy with your problems. Oh, I miss Turkey. Oh, I miss my mommy. I miss my daddy. I miss my clothes. Whatever it is, you're busy with dunya. Oh, I'm not married. I'm married. My life is like this. No. When you are putting that, okay, Yani, you spend a lot of time doing that. Spend 5 minutes thinking about yourself. Put that aside. Have that. Okay, I understand that. Then take some time. Open your book about yourself. I cannot get rid of this. What can I do to mitigate it? What can I do to balance it? I'm very angry. Okay, now I must force myself to be very happy with this. It's simple. Checklist. But you're lazy. Go ahead, do that. You're lazy now, they make you work. In the grave, very much. You work right now a little bit. Because Allah is not saying run to me, He's saying walk. Take one step, you see. You work now a little bit, you rest and easy then. That time in the grave, you can relax. Manners to each other. Women having enough manners to know this one is older than me. This one's position is higher. This one has more responsibility. This one is closer. Nah, one size fits all. Very American. Hey, buddy, what's up? Hey, bro, what's up? Everything is the same. There is a time and place for that too, yes. There is. But you're not the one who's going to decide it. Your teacher is going to say, like this is okay, like that is not. Is that clear? And to begin, you must empty your cup. You must say it's filled with crap. I have to empty it. Not, oh, I can't. It's filled with so much good things, good memories, good knowledge, this and that. No, you must trust in your share now. Empty that. You've had it full for 10, 20, 30, 40 years. Where did it get you? Not too far, right? Okay, now empty that. Put something else in there. You don't want to empty. You don't want to change. I cannot. Okay. In the presence of 40 prophets, you'll not gain anything. Then you're going to be punished. But you can't blame shaitan then. There's nothing to do with shaitan, really. There's to do with your will. Shaitan will only look at your ego and support it. That's all shaitan can do. Shaitan will not have any effect on you if you control your ego. It will not. Because shaitan cannot come near to the spirit. Shaitan can come near to the spirit through the ego. Okay, what do you do when you have too much knowledge, you're this or that? If you're arrogant, let's say, you or whoever is arrogant, then what do? They need to be humble. Why need to, not humble like, that's fake humble. There are many things you can do from something that is mental, something that is working with your hands, something that you have to say. You can figure this out, right? I don't have to give you a... You want to see you try. See? But as murids now, we must try a little bit more, harder, more. Yes, then that time, whatever your faults are, but you know, as a servant in this palace, I have to clean the toilets. Whatever your faults are, you leave that aside and you clean the toilet well. It's so easy now for the Sultan to forgive everything else because you're cleaning the toilet well. You must find that job. And try to be serious in it and get better and better. It's like that, don't you see, in the dargah? You come in, everyone is saying, why this person is here? This person is useless. So many problems, I'm saying, don't judge, be quiet. We take this, we clean it up a little bit, give some responsibility. They're able to carry 1, 2, 3 things. Suddenly everyone says, oh, mashallah, he has so much intelligence. Can you also do this? Can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do this? You see it, right? Just 5 months ago, you had no faith in him. And now suddenly it's, but that's also a symptom of you yourself. When you are cleaning, more responsibility given to you, then you must try. Find whatever that is there. Under the guidance of the Shaykh is not going to be too crazy. It's not that kind of dargah where we are going to tolerate too crazy things. Okay? Yeah, crazy hospital, Shaykh Maulana is saying. It doesn't mean the doctors and the nurses have to be crazy too. Yeah, patients may be crazy. Correct? In a crazy hospital, is there less discipline or more discipline? Is there less rules or more rules in a crazy hospital? Oh, you answer that yourself. That is what I learned. I'm not taking directly from Shaykh Maulana too. I learned from our Shaykh. And this is what I'm going to continue until I die, inshallah. You don't do that, your life will be meaningless here. Meaningless. Zikr, sohbat, no meaning. One day, you will leave. When you find the meaning is not in the sohbat, zikr, in the service as a servant, but the meaning is when you just, hanging out with your friends, with your family, going to do this. When the meaning is that you enjoy it more, that there's more meaning. I'm not saying you cannot enjoy all these things, you can, but I'm talking about meaning, you understand? Because we can go traveling, we can go doing this, we can, as a murid, I want to go back. This is not so great. Oh, it's nice. Okay. Right? But there are those who are like, they come here. But when they leave the dargah, they open up like a flower. You are talking that. See, why are you like that? No, I'm just being holy. This is how a holy person is supposed to be. No, you're not being holy. You are just tricking yourself. You think you're tricking us? Come on. Make sure the meaning is there strong. Huh? If the meaning is there, whatever struggle that you have, it's part of that too. And when the struggle is there and when you complain and you bitch a little bit, something must hit inside. Come on now, don't stop complaining. You know it's supposed to be like that. Right? There's already a check and a balance that is there. But listen to advice. If we say to you, no need to take that snake inside your house, then you say, but you take it, and then it starts making a mess, starts hurting you. And we say, look, I didn't tell you to take it. But maybe it's taqdir, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. Maybe I don't now. No, we're trying to work with people. We're not. Now you have to be, if that you've already signed up for it, Now there has to be tighter parameters there. It's not going to be normal. It's not going to be. Because your request, your demand, what you get is not normal. It is outside of the bounds of what we say is acceptable or not. You understand? You know, you know. Okay? ومن الله توفيق الفاتحة.